Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my week 6 update. You're probably going to hear a lot of screaming in the background because I'm torturing some children. Just kidding. I have my windows open because it's very hot here in Michigan. I'm not used to having 90 plus degree days. I'm used to and comfortable with like 60s and 70s. But it's been super hot here, so the windows are open. There's kids screaming and loud music driving by, so don't mind all the background noise. So I am 6 weeks out from my lower body lift, arm lift, fat transfer to butt. Almost 7 weeks out. So I'm going to give you a little brief synopsis of what's been going on, and then I will show you my body. So week 5 hits, and that was kind of like turning a corner for me. I've heard so many people say that week 6 is kind of a turning point, and that's when the doctor starts releasing you to go back to normal activities. I definitely felt that at my week 5. During week 5, it was still a little bit difficult in sleeping. I was laying on my back. The pain in my lower body lift, pretty much I think had gone away by that point. In my arms, I started having more pain, especially in my right arm. My left arm's pretty much like been perfect through all this. So I started having more pain. Most likely, I'm imagining it's but I started feeling like really sharp stabbing pains. Just made it so uncomfortable to do anything with it. Oh, I forgot about this. My elbow was swelling, and when I would touch it or move it a certain way, it would just felt like really, really sharp pains in it. As of now, that's pretty much gone away. The only thing I really feel is in the shower now, I'm kind of like trying to massage the incision line while I'm washing it, or when I put lotion on it. And there's a couple spots when I touch them, it feels like I'm being electrocuted. So I'm explaining it as really bad. Like and I've always said this, it's tolerable. It's just uncomfortable. But as of week 6 going into week 7, pretty much all that pain has subsided. I am still wrapping my arms with this. Made it a little bit difficult without sleep sometimes, but as of week 6, which I'm in now, like I don't have to build my little cocoon. I always have to do that when I say cocoon. I don't have to build my little cocoon anymore. I actually have been sleeping on my side, on my back, on my other side, like partially on my stomach. So sleeping is much, much easier now in week 6. I'm able to, before I explained myself as being a robot, now I'm able to like bend over and pick up things and move around. Definitely not fully back functioning fully, but I would say I'm like 85% of the way there. So let me show you a little bit of my like stuff that I have, and then I will show you my incision and scars and all that kind of stuff. First up, I ran out of my scar cream from the doctor, so he said that I can use nothing, or I can use Mederma or lotion. He did recommend a lotion with a vitamin E. I like to buy, and I've been like this for the last couple of years, I like to buy things that are as natural as possible, so I try to get things that don't have like harsh chemicals. Aveeno is a good brand. Jason is also a good brand, so those are the lotions I use. I actually have vitamin E left over from when I had my weight loss surgery, and that is 40,000 IU, and it's just a liquid. So until I run out of my Aveeno lotion and buy a lotion that has vitamin E in it, I'll just mix a little bit of that in with the lotion. I'm still wrapping my arms with this. I'm still using my medical compression garment. Don't mind how disgusting this is. It's due for a wash. The brand of it is Marina or something. I don't even know if you can buy this. I got this from the surgical place. I woke up with it after my surgery. The doctor had said a week or two ago that I could switch over to a Spanx style compression garment. I couldn't find Spanx where I was at, so I bought a brand called Maidenform. I was really surprised that I needed a large. I was looking for a small or a medium, but the large was the only one they had, so I was like, well, let me just try it on. It was so tight. I couldn't believe it. So I had read somebody else saying that when they buy compression garments, they have to buy it larger than what they actually normally need. But the style that I got looks like that, the black part. It felt okay. It's a little bit hard to get it on. But let me back up and explain this. My swelling has been going down, 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 down. It's not completely gone all the way. However, one day I woke up like a little bit past week 6, and I was, no, this wasn't in the morning. This was at night. I'm sorry. I was eating dinner, and I looked down, and my stomach was noticeably bigger. So right before I went to bed, when I took off my compression garment, I got scared because it was like ginormous. I looked like I was pregnant. It was just like, woo, blumped over. I measured my waist, and it's been measuring around 34 inches. Well, that night my waist was 38.5 inches, so it was up almost 5 inches worth of swelling. It was actually larger than I've ever been through this entire process. So I got a little bit worried. I texted the doctor's office, and then I spoke with the doctor the next day, and he said that, and I told him it wasn't hot, it wasn't red, so I wasn't really worried about infection. He said, unfortunately, your body just is going to do that. He says some people it happens to, some people it doesn't. Some people are done swelling at 6 weeks, some people are done swelling at 6 months. So it's really hard to say, but he didn't seem overly concerned. The next morning when I measured, it was down 3 inches, and now I think it's pretty much back down to where it's been for the past week or so. With that said, oh my God, I'm talking for 5 minutes. I thought this was going to be like a 2-minute video. My wedding dress, I mentioned last time that I was going for my fitting and the alterations. It did not fit. So for the past couple weeks until I picked it up, I've been worried about two things as far as the wedding is concerned. I was worried my dress wasn't going to fit, and I'm worried that the centerpieces are going to be ugly because I'm making them. So I haven't finished the centerpieces yet, but I can at least check one thing off my list. The dress did fit when I picked it up on Tuesday. So obviously my swelling went down enough to make a difference as far as the dress was concerned. So I'm really happy about that. I mentioned I ran out of the scar cream. I don't know if Mederma works. I have no idea, but I always hear about people using it, so I needed something to rub on there, so I just put this. I mentioned last time that I'm taping it with paper tape. I highly recommend this. My scars are laying so flat, and that's kind of the purpose of this, is to get the scar to lay flat and to keep it from kind of like stretching. The first day I wore it, I had a little reaction. I kind of broke out in little pink dots all over the place. But the next day I've been wearing it ever since fine. Every once a week I take a day break from the tape because I get the adhesive gets on there, and then lint from my clothes stick to it and my hair sticks to it, and it's kind of gross. So today I actually spent about a half an hour, and I didn't wear any tape yesterday. I spent about a half an hour today picking off all the little yucky stuff that was stuck to me. So today I will start my tape again. I'll put on some Mederma and then tape it. When I first started wearing the tape, I was changing it every single day because it was falling off in the shower, and that was because I had the scar cream under it. Once I wasn't putting anything underneath it, the tape sticks really, really tight, so it actually doesn't come off after the shower, and the doctor said that's okay. He says you can shower with it and then just let it dry, and after 3 or 4 days it'll fall off on its own. So I'm kind of in that process now where I'm going to put the Mederma on, I'm going to tape it, and then that tape is probably going to stay on there for 3 or 4 days. I'll show you my arms for now. Okay, so I do think the scars move just a teeny bit, so you can kind of see it, but it's still pretty much hidden. But if I lift it up, you can see it better. It's a very straight line. As you can see, it's not puckering up anymore, and I think that's the help of the tape. It's red right now. Sometimes, especially in the beginning, like right here or right here, it'll turn skin colored. So I think it probably just depends on how irritated it is. And then here's the other one. And now that I can shave, you guys can see down into my armpit how much it goes. So that's like that. There's when it's down. Okay. As far as my belly, I have been debating on what I want to show you or not. I know when I watch these videos, it's always because I want to see what the person is going through. So I don't necessarily want to show it, but I'm going to show it for kind of educational purposes because it always helped me to have other people to turn to. And actually, there's not a whole lot of stuff on the internet right now about lower body lifts. And that's another reason I make these videos, is because it's really helpful to mentally prepare yourself for what you're going into. So I had to watch a lot of tummy tuck videos to kind of know what would happen. But I think a lower body lift is a little bit different. So anyways, I'm going to stand up. I have on some bathing suit bottoms. They're actually, they're not mine. They're something that somebody had left, and they've been sitting in my drawer because, when you're a fat girl, you have these clothes that you hope that you'll fit into one day, and then now that I actually fit into them, I don't really like them, and I have to go get my own anyways. But I have that on because, I don't know, it feels strangely better to have bathing suit bottoms on instead of underwear, even though they look exactly the same. But, so with that long explanation, I'm going to stand up and show you. I am still swollen. What else do I want to say before I show you? I guess that's it. I'll back it up. Okay. So here we go. You can see my incision is pretty much completely covered by the bathing suit. Okay, and I will pull down on one side so you can kind of see what it's looking like right now. So it's closing up very nicely. It's a very straight line. I'm really happy with the work that Dr. Aga did on that. As I turn to the side is when you can see like what's puffed out and swollen right there. But so far I'm happy. I do hope the swellingness goes down. I do have 2 weight loss surgery scars that are still hanging out. There's one here that used to be up here, and there's one here that used to be around here. Okay. So now that I've rambled for 10 minutes, I suppose I'll end here. The advice I have for this week is being patient with yourself. The pain comes and goes in my arms, like I said, but for the most part, I'm feeling much better. Remembering that how you wake up out of surgery and how you spend the first couple weeks out of surgery is not how you're going to look in the end. Dr. Aga says I'm going to see my final results around the 6-month mark. I guess that's all. So thanks for watching, everybody. And my wedding is July 7th, so I'm excited for that. Yay. And I will post you guys some pictures once I get all that stuff around and everything. So hope y'all have a great 4th of July, and I'll talk to you later.